in today's video, I am going to be sharing 8 reasons why you need to get to know yield farming this year. Why it is so important for you to be aware of yield farming and how you can incorporate it into your wealth plan for Okay guys, reason number 1 why you need to know and you need to learn about yield farming is because it is an amazing way to earn money passively. I'm talking about completely passively. You get to take some of your crypto, you get to put it into a yield farm, and you get paid completely passively. The system does everything for you. So this is a great way for you to park some of your money or some of your cryptos in certain yield farms, and the system will allow you to earn daily rewards. So that is why it is so essential for you to understand this, because it is such an easy and effective way for you to actually grow money without having to do much every single day. It's a great way for you to grow a strong portfolio over time, and it's also the entry point for you into the DeFi sector. It is one of the hottest ways people are making money today. Okay guys, reason number 2 why you need to learn about yield farming is the fact that it is the future of the banking system. Now, many people have always been opposed to this. There's a lot of debate around it, but we all know that blockchain technology is going to revolutionize the banking industry and the financial industry. If it's going to create a lot of systemization. It is an amazing way for transactions to be verified. So if you believe that blockchain is the future, that it is part of the change that we need in that sector, that is why you need to learn about yield farming, because it forms the basis of most of your exchanges, and it also forms the base of a lot of the projects and the banking system going forward. So to give you an example is, if you were to walk into the bank today and you have one certain type of currency and you want to exchange it for another type of currency, you would walk into the bank, you would give them the currency that you have, and they will give you the currency that you want. Now, this is exactly how yield farming works. You come in on the back end and you give them 2 pairs of currencies, where you're giving them 2 different types. Let's say in the crypto, it's coins. So you have different types of coins that you put together and you put it on the platform. And then what the platform does is, every time someone buys and sells through that pair, you get the rewards, or as we know in the banking sector, the transaction fees. So that is a very important reason for you to know about yield farming, because as technology will advance and as the blockchain will evolve and get better and stronger and faster, this will form the basis of a lot of the protocols going forward. So that's why you need to know about this, because in the future you will have great opportunities to grow your wealth portfolio. Remember, in this channel and on these videos, we are teaching you how to grow wealth, but not the way we did it 50 years ago or 10 years ago, but how are we going to do it for the next 10, 20, 30, 50 years, because the future is blockchain. So if you believe in blockchain as much as I do, then you need to know how yield farming works. Now guys, another reason number 3 why you need to know about yield farming is the fact that there is so many yield farms out there right now. There's so many options available to you. You get to choose from low risk to medium risk to high risk. You get to choose between different projects, different blockchains, different chains. So there's such a huge amount of opportunity in yield farming for you to make daily rewards, for you to grow wealth through these farms. And it's a great way for you to actually grow money over time, because as we know, time is what equalizes the market for us. So if you keep your money in certain projects for a time frame, you actually get the upside. Let me give you guys an example, like the BNB. So for you guys that, if you're new into the crypto space, then BNB is the coin that was brought by Binance, which is a huge exchange. Now, when that coin was listed in 2018, now that's quite some years ago, that coin was less than 10 cents. It was very cheap. You could buy it for next to nothing. And everybody didn't even pay attention to it. They didn't learn about it. And what happened? Let's fast forward 2 years down. So 2019, 2020. That is when BNB officially took off as one of the biggest exchanges. It was the front runner in the crypto market. And today, that same coin that you would have bought for under 10 cents in 2018 is now worth well over $200 to $300. Its highest level it hit was over $600 for one single coin. So why is it so essential for you to look at these types of farms? Is because if you start farming these coins over time, you never know which projects are going to turn the same as BNB did way back. So that is why it is essential for you to understand how the landscape works, because who knows, you might be looking at a specific yield farm, you're in it for 3 years, and the next moment that project takes off, it grows, it becomes massive, and you literally make a lot of money overnight. Why? Because you were patient, you slowly grew your money. Remember, in this channel, we are all about slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race, especially when it comes to time factor and to compounding. The compounding effect needs at least 3 to 5 years to fully take effect. And that is why you need to educate yourself in yield farming. Reason number 4 why you need to know about yield farming is the fact that you never know. Guys, I tell you this with all honesty, you never know which project is going to explode. You never know which project is going to solve such a huge problem that it becomes the next best thing. So why is it important for you to understand yield farming? It's important to get involved in projects at the beginning. So you never know which one of those projects that you're involved with can potentially turn into what we now call a 100x gem. What does that mean, guys? It means that if you get into a certain project, like there's some projects that I am involved right now that I believe in the next 5 years is going to turn big. Now, to give you guys an idea, let's say you buy a certain type of coin for 1 cent, right? The coin costs you 1 cent. You buy $100 worth of that coin. Now, instead of you holding the coin, waiting for it to go up and down, up and down, up and down, you're saying, whoa, I've got yield farming options, which means let me provide liquidity to this platform, meaning that people can buy and sell the coin between different coin pairs. And at the same time, I get rewarded in that specific coin. So what does that mean? Every single day, I am getting paid in that specific coin that I believe is going to grow in the next 5 years. So that means I am accumulating the coin for doing what? Nothing, because I simply put my money to work in that platform and I leave it to keep compounding. That is the beauty of yield farming, is the fact that you never know when the next 100x gem is gonna come along and change your life forever. All right, guys, reason number 5 why I love yield farming is because I get to earn daily, not quarterly. Now, I do invest into the stock market. I do believe in getting into some of the companies that I use. My philosophies are about the whatever I consume and my family consumes, I actually invest into those companies because I believe that many other families are doing the same thing. So that is my strategy I use. But why do I look at it in yield farming? Now, blockchain is the future of the internet. It's part of Web3. It's part of everything we are building towards the future. Virtual reality, retail, online stores. It's part of this whole ecosystem that we are building for the future. Now, I believe blockchain is essential part of that, especially from the payment systems. So you see, I don't look at blockchain as just a money monetary value. I look at it from, it is a system. It is a system that solves secure online payments in the Web3 space. That's why I believe in blockchain and why I do put some of my money to work in that specific sector. But now, here's the amazing part about yield farming is not only do you get to earn daily rewards, you get to compound those daily rewards. It means you can put it back into your farm and you keep growing the amount of coins that you hold in your farm. More coins means more yield, means more at the end of the day. So that's what I love about yield farming. In the stock market, you get paid dividends either monthly, quarterly, 6 monthly, or annually, depending on which company you go into. But here in yield farming, we get paid every single day and we get to automatically compound that. So you have the choice of compounding daily, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. You can even do it quarterly, or you can do it manually. So you can decide which days you want to actually compound your coin. So you can do it even manually. And that's one of the reasons why I like yield farming, is because I'm in control of how I want to compound my money. And a lot of these platforms actually offer you a auto compounding feature. So that's great because I can simply put it in there. Obviously, they are going to take a small little piece in transaction fees for the work that they've done. But the great thing is, the great thing is, I don't have to compound it every day. The system does it for me. I simply have to monitor the system once a week, once a month, to see how my farm has grown and how my yield has increased. Reason number 7 why I like yield farming is I am in full control of my portfolio. What does that mean? It means I get to decide how I want to grow my portfolio. As I've said before, we get a compounding feature. Now, in that compounding feature, we get to determine how we want to compound our farms and improve our yields. Because in yield farming, it is all about improving our yields. So how do we accumulate more in a certain period of time? So let me give you an example. The ideal time for any yield farm is between 3 to 5 years. So the reality is, how do I build or get the most amount of yield in that same period? And that is through the auto compounding features. Not all protocols has auto compounding features. You need to look at some of them, decide which ones will work for you. But in most of them, you do have an auto compounding feature, or what you can do is you can then decide how you want to compound. Maybe you want to compound once a month. Maybe you want to compound twice a month. Maybe you want to compound every week or every day. Maybe you want to do it on manual. You decide how you want to do it, but you've got full control over your farms and you get to decide how to move your money around. For example, if you've now decided you want to move from one farm to another farm, you simply remove the liquidity from one farm and shift it to another one, which is more preferential for you. So you are in full control of it. But what I like is that I am in control of my compounding. Because guys, we know, even Albert Einstein said, the 8th wonder of the world is compounding interest, earning money on money on money on money. That is how you become wealthy. And this is an essential part for you to control your portfolio and achieve those wealth targets you've set out for yourself. One is number 8 that I'm going to share. And it is, if you are a believer in blockchain technology, if you believe that it is the future of the internet and payment systems all across the world, then yield farming is essential for you to learn. It forms one of the most important basis of the DeFi sector and part of the blockchain itself. That is why the Ethereum chain has been working towards creating this ecosystem. Because at the end of the day, guys, blockchain is here to stay. It has proven itself all the way from 2009 all the way to today. It has proven itself that it is a more effective, better way of doing transactions. It's transparent, it is got no human error, and there's no human involved, so we don't have emotional decisions when it comes to the money, right? So that's why the blockchain is a preferred payment method going forward. So if you believe the same as I believe that blockchain is the future, then yield farming is an essential skill and knowledge that you need to have in the sector, because it is going to allow you to take part in some of the biggest projects that is yet to come in the future, and you would be able to get the upside of actually putting some of your money into these projects and growing it over time. Guys, remember, everything that we share on this channel is not financial advice. It is simply just what we have done to actually achieve financial freedom for ourselves and generate wealth. We are simply sharing across what we've learned and how it has been able to help us grow our wealth portfolio. Yield farming is just one essential part of our wealth plan, but it is an essential part because it is part of the future. Guys, remember, in 2000 was the start of the internet. When it started, it was nobody knew about it. It was a lot of people didn't believe in it. People thought it was crazy. Some people were believing it. But what was the essential thing that happened was there were so many projects. There were so many things that was coming out of it. Everybody was excited about it. And today, almost 95% of all of those projects has collapsed and left and dead. They're not there anymore. So what does it mean? We're at the beginning of DeFi. DeFi is only going into its second year. It's a new thing. Everybody's trying it. Everybody's jumping it. It has both the upside and the negative to it. But what do we know? That if we stay and educate ourselves in this specific sector, we are eventually going to catch the upside. Because between me and you, we didn't buy stock of Amazon way back when they started. Why? Because we thought it was a fad. We thought, this is not going to work. Today, Amazon is one of the biggest retailers on the internet. Now, the question to ask yourself is, what payment method is Amazon and all of these big retailers online going to look towards for the future? And that is blockchain. And yield farming is an essential part of this ecosystem, because we as everyday people are going to be able to put some of our hard-earned money into these protocols and generate profits and generate transaction fees, which was never possible with the banking system. So guys, this is just 8 reasons why I firmly believe everybody should learn and know about yield farming. It is but one block in our wealth plan, but it is an essential block because we know that for the next 10 years, this is something that we can build upon, because technology is advancing and the blockchain is getting better, smarter, faster, and cheaper. So we know that the blockchain is the way of payments in the future. And that is why yield farming is essential. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today on this amazing video. Thank you so much for subscribing to Wealth Talk. If you have not subscribed yet, guys, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get updated on all our latest videos. Give this a thumbs up if you learned something today and maybe you believe that you are now wiser in yield farming. And guys, I'm excited to announce that we have our amazing yield farming training course. So in the comment section below, we have our link to our training session. Go and have a look at it. If this is something that you would like to learn more about and get involved with it and see how you can make this part of your wealth plan going forward, then I urge you to click on the link in the description and get onto the next training session and learn about yield farming, because I believe the biggest wealth transfer is going to happen in the next 15 years. And it's going to happen through these technological advancements, and one of them being yield farming. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys back again on our next video. Have an awesome, blessed day.